In a world where strangers are losing memories, these unlikely heroes will band together to find the truth and do some really awesome stuff. We are the Unfortunate Sons!
Hello, everybody.
He's dead.
Welcome to TPK's Unfortunate Sons. Let's get it. We have a soundboard now. It's called Trey Talbert. But hello, everybody. Welcome back to TPK's Unfortunate Sons.
I'm done.
It's been a while since we recorded. It's been a straight month since we recorded, guys. Sorry for all the to our 0 viewers, to our 1 viewer out there, sorry for all our complications.
You know who you are.
You know who you are because you're the only one listening. But
we'll grow.
We are now back. We are recording again. We're playing again. I get to see these faces.
Man, frick you. I'm just kidding. We love you.
But
not that way though.
It's been a chaotic couple weeks for a lot of people, especially me. So yeah, we're glad to be back. Any updates before we get into the session where you all
die? Do we have backup character sheets prepared? Maybe a short.
That's only you. That's only you.
Do you have backup?
No, I do not have backup.
Yes,
character
you
sheets
do.
prepared. No,
Yes, you do.
I just have past
concepts.
I just have past character sheets stored.
Just pull out an old record.
Pull out like a Cletus or a Lauren or something.
Yeah.
Right, there you go.
But if we have no other updates, let's get into episode 5. Yes.
I think so.
Episode 5
That is what
of
the recording
TPK's Unfortunate Sons.
Alright.
I love watching it peek over there.
Yeah, seeing the 3 peaks. Oh, that's funny. Actually, I'm gonna turn something on. Oh!
No!
It's so scary.
I forgot it started raining on us as everything was going down.
Wait, is that real or fake? Cause pause. That's actually like crazy.
That's fake.
I literally thought like it was about to like a hellstorm outside.
That's funny.
I know, it sounds cool.
I was like, what?
Is that the app?
Cause it's like muffled almost.
Yeah.
Anyways.
We're just admiring the way sound works.
Amen.
Right.
So cool.
I love sound. The face you made with that low key ball.
Oh, that's not music.
No.
I hate royalty free. Oh, dang it. So.
What big lotto texting me?
So.
Anyways.
This is gonna be. Never mind.
We gonna die.
As
No.
as you two, Thirio and Reginald,
Don't cook.
as you, I forgot y'all's names.
Session 11.
That's okay. That's okay.
As you two feel your bodies still being dragged, you feel the rain pouring on your face, and the soldiers out in the distance with the half-orc in the middle of them, slowly walking towards you. You hear a nay as an explosion blows up, sending Elijah flying.
Is Murphy freaking dead? What? Is Murphy dead?
Sending Elijah flying. Sending Elijah flying. You hear him tumbling, and you almost hear his bones cracking as he hits the pavement right next to you two. You hear the of a horse's footsteps and wood flying everywhere as you feel the burn from the top of your head. None of you two weren't in the radius of the blast, but you do feel the sense of where the blast was.
Can I look back at the blast? Am I in a position to walk?
So you are
Not
paralyzed.
The periphery is not really
roll
to your
perception.
advantage.
I'm trying.
You're fine. You basically just you basically do see the explosion behind you, and there's still darkness. Does your darkness does darkness go away? Is darkness concentration?
Maybe. Let me check. This is gas right here.
That is dope.
Hey, roll
I
before.
don't think it's concentration.
It is concentration.
Is it?
Yes.
Does it say that?
Yes.
Okay.
For up to 10 minutes.
Oh, it is. Yeah, I see that. So as soon as you go unconscious, Elijah, you, as you're trying to look up, notice that the darkness the clouded darkness around the cart completely disappears, and you see the cart has been exploded completely, and there's no horse in sight, and there's fire and smoke billowing from the cart as the rain is trying to basically put it out. I got you where I want you. As you hear the loud footsteps of the soldiers getting closer to you. Slowly. They're still a little farther away. So what we're going to do, this is not, you don't have to roll initiative for this, but it will act as almost initiative. What you're going to do right now, you two roll a wisdom saving throw. Oh wait a minute, I may be lying.
That's dookie.
I'm unconscious.
Yes.
Oh, this is not my character.
So you two, yes, roll wisdom saving throws. Elijah, roll a death save.
Ooh. Oh, 5. 5. You said a wisdom save?
Yes, wisdom saving.
That's minus 1. That's 2.
That one's my fault.
Yeah, you're bad.
As you try to shake off the spell that's being holding you together, you can't. It's too strong for you right now. As you slowly are still being dragged closer and closer, leaving your friend behind in the concrete, having what appears to be some fire coming off of Elijah's back, as you're able to notice that as you being dragged away from him. The guards get closer and you're able to hear, not close enough yet, but you're able to hear some talking between the half-orc and some of the other guards, and with your peripheral vision, you're able to see around 4 of the guards make their way back behind all of the rest of the guards in a rush, kind of running off a little bit, as the rest of them begin to get closer and closer. Roll again. Another wisdom saving throw. Roll a death saving.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Does that mean
you're
you're
up
up?
to 1 HP?
Oh, nice.
Okay, so that's 15.
Oh my god, that's crazy. That's a
Is it-
3.
Is it the new? Oh,
Yeah, it is.
So,
We're getting there. We're getting there. We just
in
gotta,
this moment,
gotta work
in
on
the
it.
stress and tense of the moment, you feel breath come back into your lungs as the heat across your hair, singeing it a little bit on your back. You feel your body is torn up in explosive fire. You start hearing whispers in the back of your head. Can you roll for me?
I got an 8.
We said it was below cruising. As you start hearing those whispers that were gone for the last day, coming back and back, Elijah's heart begins racing as his mental state changes into the familiar Crucio that was blocked away. You awake. Not awake. You don't awake. You've been awake. You are able to shake off the hold that spell had on you. Completely regaining control of every part of your body. You are no longer paralyzed. Yes, you're able to break out of your paralyzed as you see Thirio still being dragged off in the direction of the guards. You two used your action to break the spell, but you still have movement and a bonus action.
I mean, Reginald's not doing anything.
Did you break the spell?
Reginald's not going to do anything. This is very much a lose-lose situation. Is my staff anywhere nearby?
Make a perception check.
Uh, 15.
15? It's a lot closer to you. It's about 10. Because of the explosion, it was able to get closer off. It's around 10 feet away from you.
Okay.
How far away am I from?
You are right
Yeah.
next to the cart. You're about 30 feet away.
Did he just? He's not taking you though. Did he just?
Yeah.
He probably just.
I'm gonna.
You're also at 1 HP.
Right. I'm gonna do the old crypt stand, plant my feet, and just like raise myself up without touching the ground. Just using my feet. I'm gonna summon my sword into my hand, and I'm just gonna start like injuredly walking in the direction of them.
Reginald's just gonna. We're done. He's just gonna crawl over to his staff and kind of just like get on his knees with kind of just his staff in his lap, just kind of waiting for Elijah.
I'm mad dogging the orc.
Crucio.
Also, I forgot to tell you this. I think it takes an action to pull out your sword because I looked that up.
Okay.
Because I was studying everybody's classes.
Action? A whole
I
action?
think it does.
Dang.
To
Look
just
that
pull
up.
it out, because I was studying up everybody's character stuff, just in general, and I think I saw that because it's. I hate to burst your bubble.
No, it's
I don't want
alright.
to burst your bubble.
Let me see.
Well, if he,
Where is it?
if he's not unsheathing it though, he's just summoning it.
Plus, I do have the Pact of the Blade
Yeah.
feature. Which
So
I think-
maybe that's a free action. To
I
summon
meant
it
to
his-
talk to you about this a month ago, but I never got to it. Because I was reading up on because that's just what I do for fun.
Well.
And I was like, I saw something. Sorry to get everybody out of the mojo. You can use your action to create a pack weapon in your empty hand. I may be wrong. I'm probably wrong. Yes. So do you have like a invocation or something that helps you pull it out faster?
I
Does
have-
Hexblade?
That's what I was just trying to see.
Because it says summoning a packed weapon. When you summon
Right.
a packed weapon, it's an action. And yes, you could lose a round of combat if you need to summon the weapon.
Right. Let me see.
It takes no action to dismiss it.
Right.
You said it does take an action to call it though?
Yes, to summon it in.
I didn't know. That's great.
But I don't know if Hexblade does something different to it. Do you
That's
have
what I'm trying to read.
Tasha's, Zachary?
yeah.
Hexblades and Xanathars.
Is it?
I think so.
I think
I have
it is.
Xanathars.
Pretty sure it is.
And now a word from our sponsor. Us.
We're gonna die.
We're dying in these streets. Okay. While you're doing that, I'm going to the restroom.
Okay.
Sorry.
There you go. Hexblade Warrior.
No, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Because I
Which
can't-
isn't a problem. I mean, it's
Right.
not a problem right now. Just wait till,
Right.
since you don't have an action this turn.
Right. I'll just stand up and.
Yeah, you'll just. I mean, you could walk closer down. if you
Sure.
want, but, and you could do anything with your bonus action. Just because I was reading about that and I was like, oh, I didn't know that. Would you still like to do that, or would you like to do something different?
No, that's. I'd still do the same thing and just wouldn't pull out my sword yet. Yeah.
So you're walking closer to him?
Yes.
Okay. So, I hate that he went to go pee because.
He's hopefully about to be back.
But
He's a quick peer.
as Crucio wakes up in your head, you begin walking closer and closer to the half-orc. The half-orc is very far away, or not very far away, but definitely not a place you can get to within this round.
Right.
As you begin walking, you're able to get to the same position as basically Thirio, and nope, not Thirio. You get to the same position as Elijah. Thirio has been dragged up a little farther away than you, probably about 30 feet farther. He's being dragged at a rapid pace. But you
Sorry.
see,
I wasn't ignoring you. I was just
no, you're good.
I was trying to look at the improved pack weapon. See if that gave me anything.
Yeah. If
But no.
there is something that gives you, if you have,
No, there's not. I don't know why I thought that it did. But
I mean, it's your first time playing the world.
Right.
It's like it's not a big deal. It's just something.
I'm gonna write that down so I don't forget it.
But like I was telling them, as you as you get up, Crucio basically is at the same footing as you.
Yeah.
It's basically kind of right next to you in a way, and Thirio is around 30 feet away. He's currently being dragged at a rapid pace. So, they are a lot closer. As you, Thirio, start hearing their footsteps coming louder, you hear one of the guards come up to the half-orc man. You're able to hear this since you're a little closer. You hear one of the guards say, "The carriage is on its way, sir." And then he gives off a little good as he begins walking closer and closer. You two, your back is turned to them, isn't it?
No, I'm turned towards the guards.
Oh, okay.
I'm kind of like, I'm basically surrendering.
You're on your knees.
I'm kind of on my knees with my staff in my lap, just kind of waiting there because there's nothing much else we can do.
As you two are able to see, as you're getting closer and you're on your knees, you're able to see those 4 guards that went away come back up, and you see what appears to be chains and rope slinged to their sides, as they are almost on the front lines, with the other guards holding crossbows pointed at you guys. You're able to see around you people poking their heads out from their buildings all around you, because there's buildings upon buildings. You see a big building with big doors. You see the door kind of open a little bit as you see an elderly man poking his head out. You see establishments, you see a bar, people are looking outside of their windows. Nobody's outside, but they're all watching as this is happening. Thirio, can you roll one more time?
Let's see it. Let's see the wolf. Wisdom?
Wisdom.
Natural 1.
Are those your new dice?
Yeah.
What did you do to those dice?
He cursed them.
I bewitched him.
Maybe it's just him.
Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the problem.
So, being dragged still.
Yep.
That's me.
Being dragged still. You are being pulled. You lose all control over feeling in your body. As you come toe to toe with a half-orc man and the guards now surrounding you. As you two witness... No, not yet. What would you two like to do? If there's anything you'd like to do.
How far away is he from us now?
So they walked up a little bit more.
Right.
I'd say they're around... Thirio is around 30 feet away from you, and they kind of met him halfway. So they're probably around like 45 feet away, 40 feet away, somewhere around there.
I would like to use one of my blessings of the Raven Queen to teleport 30 feet up to an unoccupied space.
Okay.
And then as an action, I would like to summon my sword into my hand.
Okay.
And I would like to use the rest of my movement to just get like right up on top of them, just trying to get maybe right behind. I'm assuming they're like circled around him a little bit. Maybe.
They they haven't really they haven't moved just yet. It's more like he got pulled to them right now because it's not their turn yet. But they haven't, if you want me to get technical with it, but they're still kind of in a line, and it's like he got dragged to their feet right now. The half-orc man is in the middle with the big crossbow, and then there's about two guards on the right of, two on this side, two on the other side, right next to him with two crossbows, and then two more guards on that side and the other side with the chains and ropes, and then one guard at the end and one guard at the other end with another crossbow, all kind of pointed down at all of you guys.
I'm gonna walk up basically to the feet of Thirio. Do not lay a finger on him or you'll lose your favorite one. And that's really all I can do, is just walk and intimidate.
You, I mean, roll for intimidation.
Let's see where it goes.
Let's see where it goes.
Let's see. A 22.
Is this directed purely to the guy in the middle, the half-orc man, or to all of them?
Gesturing at all of them, but mad dogging guy in the middle. So both? Question mark.
Okay, that's fine. The half-orc man has absolutely no reaction to it. You see on his kind of pale, with almost a red tint to it, skin, turned his face upwards to you when he was looking down at Thirio. At Thirio, as he just pierces into yours, into your eyes, kind of focusing a little bit. The other guards, they're not scared of you. They don't look scared of you as they have their crossbows to you, but they do look up to, all of them look up to the half-orc man, and you notice that.
I just got this nice little pretty grin going on.
I love Columbus.
Reginald, is there anything you'd like to do?
I've called out Crucio. Crucio's not minding, so no. I'm just gonna kind of watch the events as they play out.
You see, also he has like kind of the half-orc man, I don't know if I described this, but he has kind of like a brimmed hat cowboy-esque for a world like this.
Right.
Not really cowboy hat, but like kind of brimmed like that. Kind of messed up a lot, torn up. You see him kind of like push his hat down a little bit as he looks back down at Thirio, and you hear almost in a whisper, time up. As he steps over Thirio, he bows up to you. Looking at your grin looking at the grin on your face, he pushes his head all the way up. He's a lot taller than you. Or not a lot. How tall are you?
I am.
Are you 6 feet?
I'm 6 foot, but I'm severely slouched.
Yes. So in the slouch state that you're in, he's a lot taller than you. In his posture and everything in his build, in general, he's a big man. But he bows up to you, and as he oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Yep. That's
I'll cut your finger. Oh.
Can I see what I rolled?
Even with the
That's
glow
disrespectful.
dice too.
On the LED D20, he rolled a natural 20.
Use
Great.
disco dice.
I'm over here.
I look over and it's just flashing like red and green. Like
As he bows up to you, you see him kind of push the sleeve back on one of his arms, as you see armor, cladded white and gold armor up the right hand. There's no armor on the left hand, but up his right hand there is. As he quickly pulls back, strikes you right in the face. You are at 1 hit point.
Yep.
So you are unconscious.
Yep.
It's like Thanos with Captain
You're
America.
completely unconscious. You're not
Dead.
You're not dead. You're not dying. You're not gonna have to roll death saving throws, but he did. You are unconscious.
What a way to go.
Okay. But as you feel the metal hit your face, your jaw almost comes out of place. As you feel your face slam directly on the concrete again, as all the flames have now been, because your back was still kind of on fire after the explosion, had been singed now by the rain. You feel as your senses quickly go black.
it's a crazy picture. Crucio with his back on fire, dragging the sword along the ground.
Main character energy, honestly.
Thirio,
Before getting.
Thirio, you start to feel nothing because you still can't feel anything. I don't know why I said that. But you start to see as guards are coming up to you, wrapping you in rope and putting up your hand, putting your body. You can't feel anything. But you do see as your body is being like tied up, chained up, in every place imaginable. You see your hands are tied behind your back in chains. They're chained behind your back and attached to your feet are chained. Kind of together, you see this, Reginald, as they're all chained together. The other guards, you start seeing the other guards pick up Crucio as they start also tying him up in a bunch of rope and chaining him with his hands behind his back. When you go unconscious, your sword disappears, right?
No, it only disappears after it leaves 15 feet. Of
After
me.
it leaves 15 feet of you? Okay.
Or I actively dispel it.
Okay, that's cool. Cool. So, you see as Crucio's arms are chained behind his back and chained to his feet in one long chain. After knocking Crucio out, you see the half-orc man kind of look up at you on your knees, and gives you almost a pondering look, as he kind of looks to the guards, and he says, he tilts his head over. I assume there's nothing you want. No action, that thing. Okay. As he makes his way over to you, with 2 guards following him. Most of the guards have put down their crossbows. You see, with the exception of the front couple, around 4 of them still having the crossbow up, but more so pointed at the ground, not at you. As the one guard with the chains and the ropes in his hand gets closer, and the half-orc man and the other guard get closer, you start seeing in the distance what appears to be some sort of carriage, a holding carriage, a steel holding carriage being pulled up. As you see your 2 friends being thrown in, the unconscious Crucio, and then the paralyzed Thirio. You and Crucio are thrown into this steel cage, almost like a cage. It's more like a carriage, but it's steel, thrown in from the back into it. It's horse-drawn with 2 horses. As they chain up you first. You start gaining control of your senses again. The effects of the spell have begun to worn off on you. As they tighten you, or fasten you, to the very backside of the metal wall. Your chains are kind of tied together on some sort of lock. You don't really know what it is, but you can feel your feet and your arms are fastened for you to stand straight up. And your whole body is also tied up with rope. Crucio is more thrown to the ground and chained kind of to the ground because he's unconscious. But they still tighten him, fasten him completely. You notice as soon as they get away from, as soon as Crucio starts getting away from his blade, it disappears. And they kind of look like a little, whoa, what happened?
Magic.
But they don't tend to worry about it too much. It's not their greatest concern. The half-orc man gets closer and closer to you, almost like a towering shadow in the rain. As he kind of looks down on you, there's a pause. As he just kind of stares at you, kind of tilting his head.
I just kind of meet his gaze. Just kind of a neutral face, but not really. Just kind of.
As he kind of tilts his head, they don't. As the one guard, where's Megan? As the one guard doesn't tie you up with rope, but instead, oh gosh, he went crazy. But instead, just chains your hands together.
Mm.
He doesn't chain your feet together. And he kind of holds the chain the part where he would be holding your feet, he instead holds it like a leading rope as he kind of like pulls you, and the other guard follows behind you as you get pulled, motioned to the carriage.
Do they take my staff?
Yeah, they took your stuff. They took all of your. As you're looking around, you start seeing the belongings that you had scattered across the ground because of the explosions. Your packs, your book bags. You see multiple guards begin picking them up, picking up. You see multiple guards going over to fix the carriage that's on fire, trying to worry about that. But in the chaos, that's like the least worrying thing that's happening. But they pick up your staff. You see a couple guards pick up y'all's belongings. As they drag you to the carriage, they put you in the carriage and they fasten your arms to one of the sides. But you're able to sit comfortably. You're able to kind of move freely, a lot more freely than Crucio or Thirio. As they close the steel door, and you hear a lock on the outside, and then you start feeling the carriage move as you hear that half-orc man once again say, "Everyone, start cleaning up this mess," as you begin going off in the distance. You have now gained consciousness over your body, the whiteness, the crazy whiteness from your rage, the white fur from your wage begins to go down completely. And you see Reginald as there are only a couple white streaks through his hair.
So what now?
I mean, we can't really do anything right now. Are you still unconscious? Oh, shit. You're the one sleeping. How's it feel? That's funny. I guess we wait. I mean, maybe Lexi will. She probably has some money. She can bail us out, right?
I doubt. She wasn't thrilled with you being wanted. And then we got arrested.
Well, I mean, things happen.
You killed 2 gods in an alley?
Oh yeah. I didn't mean to, but I had nothing else to do at the moment. I mean, look, this is the bad situation, though. Which, I mean, technically, I'm the only one at fault here.
That is correct.
So, they should just let you 2 out. Maybe not.
Maybe not.
They
that
may lay you out. I don't know about this other guy.
I don't even know what to say. If we make it out of here, for the good of the party, and for the good of
others that we may encounter. Let us not go killing people and leaving them in allies.
Well, if I look, of course, if I had the chance, I would have not killed them at all.
What made you have to kill them?
Well, and for starters, I would have hit them, but I was passed out. First off, though, I can't go back to jail.
Crazy thing.
And yeah, it is. But that was the intention. And I also intended to leave that night as well when it happened. But things do not always go as we planned.
You knew they were guards, yes?
But yeah, I knew they were guards. But they backed me in a corner. What was I supposed to do?
It could have just... I don't know.
I tried running, and then they backed me into a corner. I did the only thing that I knew I was able to do. And if I were to, leave them be, it was my only option, Reginald. You just need to ring that bell when you get out, and you and Crucio, if you can get him out, or if he's too stubborn, need to go with Lexi to Shepherd. I will find a way out. Or I will be sent back to Silithan. Whichever way will help the case of everything that's going on. This is not about me. I have my own problems to attend to. That's what I'm doing right now. Even then, we don't even know where we're going either. And I can't really do anything in this. So, I guess we'll just have to wait.
I need a promise from you.
Sure.
If, by some way, you make it out, and find your way back to either just me or me and him, you can't just kill people for... I get you were in a corner and
we can't save everyone either. Because I know y'all want to do good. And I know you want to save as many people as possible. But when somebody else is backed into a corner and they have no way of getting out, some two lowlifes can't go into a carnival and think that they can solve everything. And I tried going along with the plan, but look at where it got us then. I'm not saying it was his fault for me being here. That was my choice to kill those people. But the choices that we make don't always turn out how we think. All I'm saying is that we're no heroes. We can't just go around doing what we want like that. And look where it got us. Look where it got me. We will wait. We will have to see where this road takes us. I have made my coffin. I have settled in my bed. There's nothing else we can do now. Then I just prop my head back and close my eyes.
So, as the silence kind of takes the room or the carriage, whatever you want to call it, you're on a ride for a little while. It's hard to tell time in here, but it is a lot longer than you had expected, or a lot longer than you feel that it was actually. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It was long. It was like kind of long. A longer ride than you expected. You finally are. You finally come to a stop. You feel the carriage stop, and you all kind of jolt a little bit. Tricio's still unconscious. As the guards begin unlocking the cage, you see there's about 5 of them surrounding you right now. The rain is still pouring. As they begin, three of them begin to climb into the cage, or into the crate, into the carriage. As they begin unlocking you from the walls, and with you can still move your feet. It's loose enough at the bottom where you can walk, but it's almost, not really, but it's almost like a shimmy in a way. The rest of your body is like tightly fastened. As they begin pulling you, and you see a couple guards have picked up Crucio and his chains, kind of like holding him by his chains, or he's like that. But they begin to bring them inside. As you make your way outside, you're in an unfamiliar part of town. There's still a lot of clusters of buildings, but you haven't been to this. Actually, roll a perception or history check for me, Reginald. Whichever one you prefer.
Perception or history?
Yeah, whichever one you prefer.
Do history. 18.
So this is the part of town where last night, whenever you flew away from Alizar's tent, because this is all happening within like a day. Last night, after you flew away from Alizar's tent in the opposite direction of the tent, you start looking around this area and you start recognizing it. It is the area you flew to, which was the back side of Midtown. There's a bunch of unfamiliar buildings, things you haven't seen before. Y'all haven't really made your way to this part of town. Like, you skimmed through it. Like, I think you walked through it, but you didn't really, looked here. There's clusters of buildings, but they're not tightly close together like they are in Uptown, or was it Uptown or Downtown? I think it was Downtown. Like it was in... Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like it was the buildings before that y'all have been to. It's a lot of open spaces, but there's this big what appears to be clearly looking like some sort of holding place, a prison. It's bigger than the most buildings in this area. You see fences around kind of blocking people in. And you can see kind of guards. On the inside, you see guards talking. You see a couple of them laughing. As you are brought inside of this place, it is a very dry place. It's not a lively place. Very dry. There's a couple lanterns lighting up the place. There's a couple desks, a couple of tables in the front. But it's mainly just guards talking. A common area for guards, but also what appears to be like a common area, like just a guard area in the entrance. As they all look at you, the chatter begins to stop as they all kind of focus their attention on you, you three in particular. You look around, you especially look around and notice that your face, or the super white, furry white face, has been pinned up on a board with a bunch of other faces on that board too. And you see a couple other guards go over to it and pin it off the board and take it over to another desk as their focus kind of just sharpens on the three of you. As you walk by, they bring you down a long hallway, down a couple of stairs, and then a long hallway bring you to this bigger room where they pat you down, stripping you of everything, of necessity, everything but your bare clothes. You see as they're patting down Crucio, but they're taking his belongings, every knick-knack, everything that you have in your pockets, they start searching for, they start taking. They start kind of like undressing you in a bit, but keeping your pants and your shirts on. You, as you two look over, you have seen that most of Crucio's clothes are burned. You see as like his shirt has been completely singed over his chest, and the burns his shirt had been burned to his chest almost. After the explosion, most of his shirt and pants are torn up after the fire. But they take all of your belongings. In general, you have nothing on you. As they bring you down, they also take your underwear as well.
Huh? Huh?
Undies?
No, they keep your undies, your whitey tighties.
Is little Crucio hanging out?
Oh, no.
But
To it.
as they push you again, they take you down a farther tunnel and down another staircase. It's low lit as you get to this big, not so big of a cell, but deep underground almost, where there's barely any light. And you see around 6 larger cells. Yes, that's the word. Six larger cells, and they put you in the middle cell. To the left, they throw the two of you in one cell, and then they throw in the very back of the room, the very left cell on the left side, in the back of the room, as they put the long chain. They kind of fixate your chains where your chain. No, they keep your chains behind. No, they do fixate your chains where it's like in front of you, and your feet are in front of you, so your hands are not tied behind your back. Mm-hmm. But they chain you to the wall, and you're the only one they really chain to the wall. As they put the two of you in your cells, they unchain you and just lock the door behind you. As you see as you see a dwarven man who is basically holding the keys to the cell, close the door as he says, "Get comfortable." As he closes the door and locks you tight within the cell. These cold, damp walls, you see a little bit of sunlight peering through the top of your cage, but it's very high up. Coming through like a little window. But these walls are cold, these walls are damp. And you are now locked away in cells. And we're going to take a quick break. Because we got to pee.
We got arrested.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh. All right, we'll be right back, guys.
D&D first? First time I think I've ever been around.
And we're back.
And we are back, guys. I hope you didn't miss us. We were gone for a solid 2 seconds.
Back from our party. That was actually probably our shortest break ever.
It was pretty short.
Like
It
IRL.
was.
That was pretty quick.
It's because we didn't eat dinner.
I know, right?
Like we usually do.
A whole meal. They don't know that.
Oh, sorry, guys. We don't.
It's
we didn't
only
do
ever
that. We
been
didn't
2
do
minutes.
that. It's only ever been 2 minutes. Crucio. You see only darkness as you start hearing from each side of your brain say, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Quieter than usually, the whispers in your head. Roll for me.
It's a 20, which is a...
As you begin opening your eyes slowly, you feel the pain from the burns. A pain that kind of goes up to the back of your head, down your arm. The pain from the striking, all the pain from everything that you just incurred, rush back into your body. And you feel the whispers that have been gone for the last day, back in there, almost ringing in the back of your head, hurting it a little bit. As you wake up in a prison cell next to Reginald. It's been a couple hours. Probably around a couple.
Of just sitting in the cell?
Sitting in the cell. Not just sitting in the cell, like...
Total.
Going to the cell. He's been unconscious for a couple hours. Probably around 2 something.
Are we in the same cell?
You two are in the same cell, yes. You are different from Thirio.
Reginald?
Hmm?
Where are we?
Jail, my friend. He took him to another cell.
Why? Why are we here? I'm so lost. We shouldn't be here. We freaking protected ourselves. Reginald, I'm scared.
Don't be scared. It'll be fine. There's nothing that they can get us on. Our friend, on the other hand, he might not be here for too much longer.
I mean, we gotta help him, right? Though, I mean, that's just what. Like, we can't just leave him, right? Right?
How can we help him?
I don't know, Reginald. I mean, we could. I don't know.
As you're having this conversation, you kind of notice. You two, or Reginald and Thirio, you've already seen this. By the way, the cell, you guys are in the middle cell. And then right next to you, to the left of you, connected by bars, like blocking you, but still connected, is his cell.
Oh, so he's like right here.
Oh,
Yeah.
so I'm right next to him.
It's like all open. Like, you can see through the bars. There's no walls between cells. There's 3 sets connected, and then there's a walkway for like guards to walk through, and then there's 3 other sets on the other side. And they're bigger cells, but you see what appears to be one guard on the edge wall to your left. You're good. See one guard on the edge wall to the left, kind of leaning against the wall with a spear in his hand. Kind of having his helmet like tipped back a little bit, like he's he's awake, but he's relaxed. And there's another guard to your right, where the staircase was, guarding the staircase. That dwarven man. And he's more focused, more alert. They're kind of just staring straight.
Can I get a minute refresher on events? I remember little me, and I remember darkness, and I remember you two getting dragged away,
Mm-hmm.
and then nothing.
Well, I don't know if you're taking a look at your clothes, but you may or may not have gotten blown up. You're fine, obviously.
Well, no, yeah, sure, we can go with that.
Yeah, you're at one hit point.
Yeah, we can go with that for now.
They dragged us here. Curcio came out, tried to threaten some people, got punched really, really hard.
That explains the headache.
That's about it. I mean, they took us here. Some sort of holding something. Around on the back side of Midtown. Right now.
Is it because of him?
Assumedly.
What do you think? Have you done anything in the past few days to occur this?
If you really want to know what I think. I think we're in a mess. I think that we can get things cleared up. And I think I don't ever want you to lecture me about my demons coming out again. We're in a much more similar boat than you may imagine, my friend.
Well, it looks like that I'm in a different cage.
That it does. Looks like you're being tried with murdering 2 guards.
And it looks like you finally learned how to make peace with the other one inside you.
There is nothing but discontent.
Did you choose to come out?
He was silent. For a day and a half, he was silent. That should have been my warning. But if it weren't for him, I wouldn't be alive. So I can't. There has to be ways to get ourselves out of this. I mean, we can agree on a story, and we can stick to it to the end, and we can say that it was humble self-defense, and that I saw you knocked out in the alleyway, and you were in much more shape than they were, and I tried to pick you up and bring you back to health, and that's when all the issues arise.
It won't work. I do have an idea, but I don't think it'll go the way I want.
Well, anything's better than nothing.
Not
What?
always.
What are you thinking?
It's a stretch. But we could try and get somebody to bail at least me out. And by this, I'm not talking about Lexi. You said that the carnival man wants me. If we can at least get his attention, then I will be happy to stay with him and be his slave or whatever. As long as it was to get you two out.
We should not be your concern right now. In the nicest way possible. We've done nothing wrong.
I know, and that's why I'm trying to find a better way.
I mean, we'll be fine.
Here?
We'll be let out in a few days, maybe. Charges of conspiracy with criminal.
You think that it's that easy? Just let somebody go. It doesn't matter that you haven't done anything. The fact that you were with me means more to that man who took us than it does that you have nothing under your name. The fact that you were around me means that there could be something deeper, and I think that's what you see.
We did cause a whole fight in the town square.
Wasn't our fault.
Kind of was, though. Just running the golem.
Nobody knows that.
Okay.
All I'm saying is that it's gonna be a mess to get out of here, you know, fashionably, manner.
What are you bound with?
And then on my legs too, right?
Mm-hmm.
How far away is he from like our set of bars that separate the cages?
I mean, he can kind of walk up to the he's chained to the wall, to the back wall, but he can kind of make his way to the back wall where he's about like 5 feet away from the bars.
I'm not the one that does radical ideas, and y'all should know this. That I want to get out of this as quickly as possible. But I can get you out of those chains pretty quick, pal.
Out of the cage?
Chains.
Out of the jail?
What's your passive perception?
11.
13.
11.
Okay, you all notice the guard at the back wall tilt his head over to you as he kind of adjusts his cap a little bit.
Yeah, we notice you're a guard. He's not gonna do it. Calm down.
Oh, I do love jokes, don't
We
I?
can't get out of here that way. All I'm saying is that I think if we made an offer to the what's his name?
Also,
To him, then we may be able to do something.
Excuse me, Mr. Guard, sir, dwarf man, please, hi. Question.
Doing the dwarf man's on the stairs.
Oh, this one right here.
The one to the wall?
Yep.
Okay. You see, it's kind of like a half elven man, darker skin, basically. He kind of tilts his head to you again.
Hey, just a quick question. Are we gonna get like interrogated or maybe like bathroom breaks or I don't I'm kind of yeah.
Bathroom's over there, and he points to the corner, as there's just a toilet in the corner.
Oh, okay, very cool.
And everything else is guard business.
Okay. Second question. Any chance I could maybe get some new clothes? I'm kind of singed, and I'm very dirty, and I don't like this. So if I could, if I know I don't get to choose, I know it's all your thing. But if y'all have just like a new shirt or maybe a pair of pants, I mean that would be pretty cool. I know you've probably seen your fair share of dead carcasses.
Roll a persuasion check.
No, I thought you had prestidigitation.
I don't. He does.
You can't fix what happened to him.
What was the thing?
Kind of persuasion.
18.
I can cast it.
What do you mean?
Okay, we're good. I don't have much staff, so I can't do anything with material.
Yeah, hold on. As he makes his way,
Thank you.
You kind of hear him mummer something to the dwarf as he makes his way upstairs.
He's going. If we're gonna do something like this, would be a pretty dang good time.
You've never been in jail, right?
Do you think I've ever been in jail? That's a fantastic question. No, I've never been in jail. I mean, maybe. I've got no idea, honestly. The fact is, I've never been put myself in jail. I mean, I'm just a schoolboy. I don't. I'm just a schoolboy.
I only go to school!
I just go to school.
My studies! I'm going to school.
I don't. No! The answer's no. I thought it was a pretty stupid question. No!
We aren't gonna make it out here like that.
Okay, well, we got a chance.
No, we don't. Because he's gone, for a second, and then I'll point to where we saw the dwarf guy.
Yeah,
from
the
before.
dwarf guy's still on the stairs watching you.
It's literally another one right
I want you to write it out.
I mean, but what if we're just never talked to or anything, and then we're just stuck here for all eternity, and then I don't like the DM smiling at me. Like, what am I supposed to say here?
I suppose it's a little bit different in your case, since nobody really notices Crucio. But when you have a gift, people will become interested.
I suppose. Yeah, I've never been arrested or well, I say kidnapped, but I've been kidnapped in the time that we've spent together.
Many times.
We have a strange habit of finding ourselves unconscious in carts, don't we?
We do. Yeah.
And you know, what if it's the same people? Did we ever look into that first time at all?
No.
Just pure happenstance that we just got picked up by some spectral Marys and I
don't think it was for the same reason though.
Okay.
But I will say one thing. I would rather be stuck in this place for many years if it meant not going back to that dungeon they put me in Scylla.
Was it much different from this?
Yes. When I was sent to their jail, they saw it not fit for someone like me. What they called it that I went to was the dungeon of Aeonides, which they called, or Aeonides in Cilithian is the prison of eternity. That's where I met a now good friend of mine, and apparently of my mother's. He had the same abilities as I did. He didn't have many, how do I say, many wolf features. He had a creature of another like. I believe it was a boar that he gained the blood of. But yes, the dungeon of the Aeonides was quite recognized. It is also where I was given my name. In Cilithian, Thirio means barbaric beast. I was stripped of my birth name. And when I killed my father, Thilius, my grandfather, looked at me and shouted Thirio. And he thought it was pity to send me to the dungeon. So my name was burned, killed along with the rest of my family and my father and wherever my mother is. I'm only a beast now. And a beast is meant to live in a cage. And that is where I will stay.
That's how you view yourself.
It wasn't always like that. The friend, his name was Okirda. That is Okyrda. I think I might have said
Thank you for telling me how to spell.
yeah.
As he pulls out a journal.
Yeah, he starts writing it down.
You see the guards writing down stuff.
Write that down. Okyrda. Okirda. He was of some kind of half-orc tribe or something. He didn't tell too much about his past, but he was quite experienced in this path of the beast. They locked him in the cell next to mine. And I would talk to him many times when we were in the dungeons. But he, when I was at my lowest 5 years ago, when I was sent to the dungeon, he showed me what it truly meant to embrace the beast inside of you, not to let it control you, but to use it as a utility and to understand the demons inside of you. But I don't know. I just feel like after our conversation that night, Elisha, that I was angry at myself for I don't know.
I haven't been honest with y'all in entirety. And frankly, y'all don't need to know. It's not exactly a concern. Well, it may be. I'm hearing voices, which is not uncommon. You know, it's usually stab this, kill him.
But that's Crucio.
Yeah, there's another one that talks to me when I sleep. And it asked me if I wanted to get rid of Crucio permanently. And this was the night before everything happened yesterday. And I said yes, and I accepted the patronage, and Crucio was silent for an entire day.
But he came back.
I think that was a mistake. I've been thinking to myself, I'm very, very scared. The whole reason he's even a part of me is because I was in danger and I was going to die, and something gave me the strength and courage I lacked. Something gave me Crucio. And it saved my life that day. And I am petrified. Because I don't know what it wants from me. But I know that it still needs me. I know I have a debt that is not yet paid. And I am extraordinarily thankful to them. But I am so scared. What if me making that decision, I don't even know who was talking to me. I don't even know if it was them. It could have been them. And they could have just been giving me a break for a day. I don't... use it like being caged up.
How did we meet?
Dad. In a burning house.
Burning house.
And before that,
No memories.
not at all.
3 absolute weirdos.
You might say we're a bit unfortunate.
Yeah, okay, buddy.
Okay.
It's not There's something that has brought us together.
At that moment, you see as the guard that went up the stairs begins walking back down. Sorry.
He gave me the itch.
As the guard you saw before comes walking down the stairs again with what appears to be a kind of grayish, kind of blue, kind of grayish, more gray jumpsuit. Basically, appears to be almost working clothes. A little bit. All in one, and he throws it in the cell with you.
Oh, I was standing right here. You could just hand them to me, but thank you. I'm very thankful for that.
And then the dwarven man. Before he throws him in the cell, he whispers something into the dwarven man's ear. He whispers that, the dwarven man comes over. He throws the thing, you say all that. And dwarven man comes over to your cage. As he begins to unlock it. You're up! As he opens up the cage. The two of them walk inside. The half-elven man holding a spear to you. As the dwarven man unlocks you from the wall. As he begins pulling you.
He's really a nice guy. He's not all that trouble. You don't need the spear. I promise. He's okay.
As they begin leading you up the long staircase. And then they shoot you in the head.
That would have been crazy if it was just a cold cut. He shoots you in the head. And we're gonna have to go take another break.
Roll for
No.
your character.
They begin leading you up the stairs. They begin leading
gunshot
you up the
sounds.
stairs. Going up the stairs that you came up, and then going into the long hallway you once were. You take a couple turns, a couple lefts and a couple rights, and then you get to what appears to be this cold room. On every turn, on every corner, you see at least one or two guards there, propped up at a post, usually at the edge of a corner, just propped up there, usually with swords or spears. And then you make your way to that cold room. It's a bricked room with gray walls and what appears to be a steel table. Steel table made into the ground. As you are pushed into the room, they sit you down in a seat, a metal seat, very cold on your back and your fur, as they chain you to the table. Put both of your chains directly on the table where you cannot move your arms. And then they chain both your feet to the chair. So you can't really move.
Now they shoot you in the head.
As they do that, they begin walking out the door. and they shut the door behind you. With some time, you see a couple of guards. On the door, you can see there's a window, but it's a very thick window. Very thick paned, drilled, or somewhat drilled into the door. It's a metal door. And you see two guards you see them walk by and kind of stand there. A little time, wait 1 second. A little time passes by. A little time passes by, and what?
Just him.
I talk too much. It's making my throat dry. A little time passes by. What? What are you laughing at?
Not a thing, my friend.
A little time passes by. A little time passes
There's a lot
by.
of time passing by. Not a time.
And you just sit there for a while in the cold room as you start to see a very tall figure make his way to the door. Opening the door, coming in, is the very tall, strong build, armor-clad workman. Yeah, half workman. He still kind of has his hat on. Still kind of has the torn up. He has a torn up robe, basically, kind of donned to his side mostly, but it goes over most of his body, and a bunch of his armor is just on the right arm, on his chest, and on his left leg. It's kind of rusted, and it's old looking, but it is white and it has gold linings, and there is some sort of crest in the middle that's being covered by his robes. He closes the door behind him. You hear a lock. He sits down in a chair opposite of you. Kind of leans back. He pulls out from his coat, or his robe, basically, two kind of old papers a little bit. They're like in a little folder, kind of a leather folder. So he pulls out, drops it on the table. He flips open the folder. Officer Bill Mendez. Been with us for around 5 years. Has a family, a wife, and 3 kids. Gracie, Thomas, and Alex. He flips a page. Officer Galex Ullman. Been with us for roughly around 3 years. He has a brother and a sister that lives in town. That lived with him.
Thais Maldred, son of Israel Maldred. He's dead. My mother Lilith, dead. I wish my grandfather was dead too, just like those people.
Son, I have no care about your family.
And I have no care for them. You think when I killed them, I was thinking about their families? No, I was thinking about how to survive myself. I killed them. Not those other two. There's no reason to be dragging them along here with me. What do you want?
Frankly, son, I don't know how stupid you are. Because you just admitted to the crime of 2 officer murders that frankly will have yourself senior life in a cell. And if I get my way, I'll have your neck in a rope. What kind of monster are you to just murder 2 people in the street? I don't need you to answer that. I already got what I wanted from you. You know, I thought this would be a little harder. You'd fight back. You'd say, I didn't kill them. You say this and that. But you just told me everything I need to know that you are a monster.
Yes, I am. So lock me away like the monsters you do.
No monsters here. We don't lock away.
Kill me.
You're the friends I'll deal with too, but thank you for your time, you useless creature. Get him out of here. As he opens the door, kind of angrily swinging it. The guards come over. The guards come over, they unchain you. Kind of quickly, they unchain you and they start dragging you out of the cell. As you begin dragging out of the cell, you see what appears to be an elven woman kind of standing on the edge. And as you're being pushed out by the guards, you hear her say, well, what did he say? Well, he gave us all that we needed to know in court, so that's all. As he kind of looks over at you, and he just glares at you. There's like an angry glare in his eyes. As the guards begin pushing you back into the cell, going down the long hallway along. He was gone for not extremely long. Was there anything you guys would like to do while he was gone? Anything you wanted to talk about?
I hope he doesn't say anything stupid or incriminating.
Indeed. Should we get a story together?
I think that, well, maybe. I've got a pretty convincing one if you want to hear it. Just we want to talk. I'm assuming Ryan kind of quietly.
Yes.
So that way the guards, they can like hear whispers, like not for real. So I'm gonna say something along the lines of, we were looking for him. It had been the night and we hadn't found him yet, and he's one of our friends, so we wanted to try and find him. And I went looking around and I saw a trail of blood leading into an alleyway. And when I got there, frankly, he was more beat up than the guards. He had barrels and crates and such literally stacked on top of him, pinning him to the floor. That's exactly what I saw. He was buried underneath rubble.
At this moment, you start seeing Thirio being pushed down the stairs by the guards.
I'm in the tavern, not with you.
Opening the crate, or opening the cage, one of the guards whispers in the back of your ear, "Freak!" as he throws you in and they lock you up, angrily closing the door and locking it back.
What did you say?
That you had nothing to do with it.
It's not the answer I was looking for. What did you say?
I'm not bringing you two down with me. There's no way out of this. I've already told you. No alibi can solve this. Maybe for you, yeah. But the blood is already on my hands and they've already seen me. They've already seen the beast.
Do you know where they're taking you?
No.
Okay then.
You just need to save yourselves.
Excuse me, are we next, or are we just going to keep sitting here in cages?
At that moment, it's like, you see a pair of guards coming down the stairs as you're saying.
Sorry, that was aggressive, my bad.
Oh yeah, you're next.
Oh.
As they open the gates.
Also, oh yeah, right. Thank you
and
so much.
pull you out.
Oh, I'm next. Oh,
As
okay.
they start pulling you by, you don't have any chains, so they just start pushing you.
Oh, but that was a bit much. I can walk. Thank you.
Still pushing you. There's
Okay.
around two. As they. Excuse me. Sorry.
Is Elijah a nervous crier?
Why are you asking me?
Please, I didn't do it.
As
I know so much.
That was you. That's you.
that's a big spot.
We're gonna turn that down.
No, it's fine. I can edit the stuff. It makes it worse when you keep turning it up and down. But they begin pushing you, pulling you up the stairs. You two.
I never changed into my jumpsuit.
You could have changed. Do you want to change?
No, I'm alright.
Okay, so you're still in your burn clothes.
Both of us at the same time?
No, just him.
Okay.
But as he leaves, you two are left in the cage.
Huh. Are you going back to jail?
He said either jail or death.
Oh. I'm sorry?
He said either. Well, he was saying that he doesn't lock monsters up. So, you take that however you will.
Now that is a slight problem. Just a small one. I won't let them hang you.
Me on the other.
So, you, Elijah, are taking down multiple hallways, multiple things. Not the same. You don't know it's the same place where Thirio went, but it's the same. Just like I'm not going to describe it.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Hallway, and then to that cold room with the steel table and the chair. They put you in there, and they do bring chains, and they lock your hands to the table, loosely though, where you can move around a little bit, but you're still chained.
The wrist?
The wrist, yeah. But you're still chained to a table.
Jack Sparrow style. Just shaking around.
With some time, two guards appear at the glass you see outside the door, waiting, and then you see that same big half-orc man come through the door, close the door.
Am I in a chair?
Yes.
So when he comes in, I'm gonna stand up and be like, "Hi." my.
That's okay.
All right, very cool.
He kind of gives you like a confused look as he tips his hat up a little bit. He stays standing. Do you know what you're here for, son?
In a nice way, no. But I can make assumptions. No. I would love for you to please.
What's your name?
My name is Elijah Stormsborough.
I take it you're an elf of some kind.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am.
What age?
You remember me, right? Hold on.
Don't panic.
I'm 26, sir.
In elf years.
Yes.
He pulls up. Oh wait, he already had this folder basically out. Like he was writing on all this information. You are here on counts of. This says destruction of property, causing chaos in a public zone, accomplice to murder, threatening a guest of the government, and vandalism.
Oh! Most of those can be pretty well explained if you'd like to hear my story, but I don't think you want to hear my story. I mean, unless you do. I got a story to tell. Okay. Is okay?
He's waiting. Like he's eyeing. He's not glaring at you angrily. He's waiting for you to say something.
Okay. So
in Stardust, a public disturbance. We, the three of us, were actively trying to leave town. We have made several errands over the last few weeks.
Three of you?
Yes, the three of us.
What are your names?
My name is Reginald Stonesborough. As you know, my companion I am locked with, his name is Reginald. I'm not bothered enough to know the last name. We're friends, but at the same time we're strangers because we only met a few weeks ago. I don't really know everything about everybody. And then Thirio, we all kind of woke up in a burning city, and we decided it's better to stick together out there than it is to go our own ways. On the terms again of public disturbance, as we were trying to leave on my trusty Steve Murphy, love him to death, there was this golem, sir, of similar stature and looks to myself, and he actively charged the cart and began to attempt to break our limbs and kill us, sir. Acting in self-defense, sir. In that time, situations arose, as we all know and saw and were here for, and we dispatched of the rock. We dispatched of him, and there were slight damages to the surrounding area. Thankfully, to my knowledge, no civilians were hurt, but I could be completely wrong about that. I probably am. And if there are, I'm so sorry, and I will pay for all the damages. We have pretty penny. It's not like we're broke poor. Let's see. Vandalism falls under the same saint. Threatening an officer. How do I explain this? I'm sorry. For starters, I have this bit of a... I get really excited sometimes, and then it kind of just comes out as just like this. Yeah, I'm really nervous. I don't know if you could tell. It comes out as just kind of like this really angry, like really cocky, like really confident version of myself. And he just comes out sometimes, and sometimes I can't really control what he says and does, and that's just kind of what happened. I do believe. On the counts of conspiracy of attempted murder, sir. Frankly, in the nicest way possible, I have no idea what happened. I was at the carnival visiting, like many others were, and I was heading back to our home at the Downton Abbey, or not our home, our apartment, our lodging of sorts. We had been staying over the last several days in preparation for this carnival, because we decided we needed a little break, a little fun. And amongst leaving, I talked to Reginald, and we had no idea where Thirio was. So I decided to go out and look for him, because we can't just we don't know where he went after the chaos that ensued on that term began. And so I began looking for him. I retraced our steps back to the carnival, and I saw some blood streaking into an alleyway. And I went and tried to see what was up, and I saw the guards, and I saw Thirio, and this is not me trying to protect him. Frankly, I understand he's done some bad things, but he was beat up, sir. Several lacerations, countless bruises. He was stuck under a pile of rubble, as if he was thrown and unconscious. And he was unconscious, that was true. And I didn't exactly know what to think of the moment. I just saw blood everywhere, including on him, and there was a 100% chance that he was hurt or injured. And so I picked him up, and I ran back to our room,
and I sat there and I tried to heal him, and he wasn't waking up, sir. And randomly, on a whim, he decides it's time for him to get up, and he had several major injuries, and I don't know the circumstances of the incident, and he's my friend, so and I've seen him do some incredible things over the last few days. He's tried to heal the sick. We literally went on a mission to restock a bakery because a town was starving and they needed supplies. And we made a delivery run. He's done amazing things. He's protected hundreds of people. But accidents do happen, and we have to pay for our mistakes. So that's
What pile of rubble?
Say again.
He kind of leans forward onto the table. What pile of rubble?
Oh, there was just like, I don't exactly know, a pallet, perhaps is what you would call it, just a big wooden thing, some barrels as well, stacked in the alleyway.
Roll for persuasion for your entire story.
16.
That was a nice story you told. I believe there's parts that are true. But tell me, last night,
Mm-hmm.
why were you seen by multiple people at the fair attacking one of the attractions from the fair?
Well, it's very easily explainable, actually. Probably the most easily explainable thing I've said so far. There is a, for lack of better terms, shadow curse going around. Many infected people. I would presume you understand, sir. You are a guard of such stature. I would assume you know certain whereabouts and things like that. And from my observations, it has occurred everywhere here. And it was upon that we realized that there is not just people being infected, but creatures, and they're getting rather rabid. So, Displacer Beast was caged up as an act in the carnival, and was used as, I don't know how to describe it. The ringmaster used it as, look how cool I am. I can control a seemingly mythical creature, sir. It broke out of its shackling and busted out of its cage, and was beginning to wreak havoc on the guests sitting in the carnival, sir. And I'm not one to just sit back and allow such things to happen, sir.
So why, after you protected these people, why didn't you come and get the guards?
Well, the guards were already at the carnival, sir. They were swarming the ground as we spoke.
No, that's not what I mean. Why'd you run away from the area?
Run away?
Yeah.
Oh, I do actually know this one as well. One of my companions, I shouldn't say companions, the mermaid in the show, they have a mermaid who has certain ice and water manipulation, so I've taken quite fancy with her. I'll be honest. She's rather beautiful and has coaxed my thoughts, and I wanted to make sure she was okay through everything. I didn't want anything happening to her, sir. Though, frankly, of course, it wasn't my business. But me and Mr. Alazar, the ringmaster, sir, we've had many conversations of late. So it wasn't that I didn't have common purpose. Or ill reason, sir.
Because last night, we got a report from Alazar himself saying that his fair was attacked by 3 people, killing his creature and threatening to take one of their attractions, one of their people, one of their workers.
So, unfortunately, that, though, sounds very conspiracy, it has nothing to do with us, sir.
It has nothing to do with you.
Correct.
And tell me why last night, in the middle of the night, 2 guards station spotted you coming up.
Because, as I said, last night I went and retraced my steps to find my friend, sir.
You never mentioned going to the carnival.
I did, actually.
You said last night.
I replaced my steps back going to the carnival. Starting with the carnival, sir. The first time that I left my eyes off him, sir. Respectfully. I don't wish to get abrasive.
See, the thing about this is...
That you have an L memory?
No. That happened before the chaos with that beast happened.
I don't want to be, I don't want to be, right? No, I don't want to be, rude, sir, but how so if Thirio was with me when we helped with the beast? In fact, that was 2 days earlier. A night's rest in between we revisited the carnival. Sir. Ooh.
Is Elijah confused, or are you trying to lie right now?
Both?
I'm confused.
I am
Listen,
too.
I don't say, like,
because
You're confused.
the displacer beast happened
first.
That's fine.
Uh-huh.
We'll say both, sure.
Son. Last night, there was an attack with the displacer beast by 3 people who then fled the scene, apparently. Some of the guests who were harmed said that the displacer beast and these 3 individuals got into some sort of fight. But then those 3 individuals weren't there. They were gone. And then last night in the middle of the night, 2 guards reported a certain elven man matching your description coming up to the fair trying to get in. Around an hour later, there was an attack by that white beast, causing chaos throughout the carnival. And then, making his way, he was lost and the guards couldn't find him. Later on, they found 2 dead bodies. And we also got a report from Alazar saying that you assaulted him. Saying that you threatened to take away one of his workers.
I wouldn't call them workers, sir. Slaves is a more fitting term. But, I digress.
Frankly, son, I see that you helped with that murder. I see you helped with that chaos and everything that happened last night. And this whole charade is happening right now. It's pretty clever, but it's not clever enough.
In a frank sense, there's no charade. I've told you everything I know.
No. Anything else? Any other truth you'd like to tell me?
Not exactly. I do have a question though. If you wouldn't mind my asking, sir. Where were you over the last few nights? Because you seem to know
quite a lot, but I haven't seen you at all, frankly, sir. And a man of your stature, no offense, should be rather easy to spot. Would you disagree?
I know you're new around town.
Correct. Yes, sir, I am.
I'm Sheriff Cross.
Nice to meet you.
He starts to get up. And he starts to get up as he anything else you'd like to tell me before I leave this room? He has his back kind of turned to you now.
Thirio is a good man. He's made mistakes. And in the nicest way possible, actions have consequences, sir. And I have zero reason to lie to you, sir.
He walks out the door. And he closes it back. He locks it. You see some of the guards begin to move. Start walking away.
Do I get unchained?
Some time passes by. And then he opens the door again. And you see his face as he's propping the door open.
Hello, Sheriff.
He's not looking at you.
Oh, my bad.
You got 10 minutes. As he begins walking away from the door, you see a very familiar man with a top hat and a long curly mustache with an evil big grin on his face.
Mr. Alazar!
Well, well, well.
What a kind face to see in a moment like this.
As he closes the door and locks it, Alazar pushes his chair back, props his feet up on the table, and puts his hat to the side. He also has a cane that he pushes to the side. Now, what have you gotten yourself into?
Mr. Alazar, that is a fantastic question. And if I had all the answers, I'd tell you. But I don't. And here we are.
You really should have taken me up on my offer today.
Frankly, sir, I agree. I really should have. It would have solved a lot of these issues. But even if I had, the incidents that transpired today still would have occurred. Except I wouldn't be in this seat, you would be.
You
Well,
really think so?
No. But I believe that you would have at least had some sort of questioning from the guards. Unless you paid them off, which I've seen rather you're inclined to do.
Pay them off? Me?
I know you'd never do such a thing. Sarcastically.
Look, I only have a little bit of time, so I wanted to come here and check in on how you're doing.
Oh, how sweet. I appreciate the visit, sir. What's your real reason for being here?
A deal.
You love those, don't you?
I do.
Oh, I know.
This deal is a little more constricting.
Ooh.
So, I will make one last offer for you. everyone here is so concerned about that little hairy monster.
He's not that bad of a person once you give him a chance, frankly. People just don't like what they don't know.
My last deal with you, Mr. Elijah,
That's my name.
is you let me have Thirio permanently. And I can get you out of this cell.
You said we have 10 minutes? Ah, why give you an answer so soon? Besides, you only just walked in. How's it been? We haven't talked in a fortnight.
Yes or no, Elijah? You see, I've been playing too many games the last couple of days. Frankly, I'm tired and I really just want what I want.
Am I allowed to bargain?
No.
You can't throw Reginald into this sweet deal of ours? Or just me?
Just you. See, if you were to take me up on my offer earlier, you would have gotten your pretty little mermaid friend, and you and Reginald, as his name, would go free. But you had to find yourself in a prison cell. It's so strange how this world works. You are not the luckiest of men.
No, it would appear not. Oh.
So you can hand me over Thirio. And I can get him and you out of this cell. You can be free from prison. Thirio would be mine. Completely. Not able to leave my sight, not able to leave the carnival or any occupation I give him.
And if he does?
That is none of your concern. Your only concern should be getting out of this cell, which frankly, they have a lot to incriminate you of. You see, you did come to my carnival last night. You bought your friends and destroyed my private property. And also there was a murder, and I can be an eyewitness saying that you were out that night.
A murder?
2 murders. This could be so much worse for you, Elijah. But I can make it better. If only you give me your friend, as he pulls out a contract. And he puts down, he takes from his hat a little feathery pen. And he puts it down right next to you. The choice is yours.
As I explained to you earlier, it's really not. I don't own people like you do. I'd be surprised if the guards didn't poke around your carnival too from this whole incident. False play.
There's a big smile that comes on his face as he just begins laughing a bit.
Expected. And what am I to tell Thirio? I signed your soul away without telling you to a madman who's going to enslave you for the rest of your life.
You know what you can tell him? That you freed him from hanging, or death, or prison for life. Any way you want to word it, but he'd be mine. Last night you made it clear that you owned him. Was that a lie?
I don't ever say that.
No, but you referred to it. You acted like you did.
You acted like I did.
And you agreed with it.
No, I told you that even then, I have no will over his decisions.
Is that a no? Because frankly, if it's a no, you're just wasting my time.
I still have the pen in hand, don't I?
Then make a decision, Elijah.
Make it easier for me. Alazar. How badly do you want this wolf boy? Because if it's under my understanding, you're missing an act in your carnival. Trying to fill some open spots, eh?
Is this still about Reginald? Let's sweeten the deal then. As he pulls out his pen. His other pen that he also had.
He knew this was happening. He prepared.
Let's sweeten the deal then. Let's say you give away both Reginald and Thirio to me, and I'll let you free.
To you?
To me.
What is a man going to do to you? You've got all the work horsepower you need. Heck, you got the guards bowing at your feet. What did you need him for?
There you go.
Elijah. There's so many questions coming from you in your position.
Well, I think I'm...
Frankly, right now, you are locked behind bars, and I am the free man giving you a bargain. I'll give you around 1 more minute to decide, and then I walk out that door with this contract in my hand. You have the chance to be a free man. And your friends, you don't have to worry about them anymore. I'll take care of them.
You're right. You're a free man, and I could be too. But I would rather die by hanging than to be cursed like the wretched, despicable, hellish man that you are. And if I had any choice in the matter, frankly, I would let something else take over right now, and your head would be laying next to you on the floor.
He picks up the scroll and the contract. He rolls it up.
And you're more than welcome to go ask Thirio. I know he's probably looking himself for an escape. He might go ahead and agree to your carnival on his own terms. But he's not mine to decide for. Unfortunately.
Wow. You're really not what I thought you were. He puts his hat on his head, puts his coat back on, takes his cane.
What did you think I was?
Oh, Elijah. When I met you, as he begins to knock on the door. When I met you, I was afraid of you. Now I see you for what you really are. A scared little boy playing as a pawn in a game you don't even know you're in.
So what does that make you?
Have fun in prison, Elijah, as he leaves, walking out down the hallway. The sheriff comes back in. Take him out of here. As 2 guards come back in and unlock your chains.
Is the sheriff still standing right there?
Mm-hmm.
As I'm walking out, I'm gonna say, Sheriff, I don't know what kind of stance that you and Mr. Alazar have together, but you're just a pawn in a game you don't even know that you're playing.
Kind of just glares at you as you begin being pushed down the hallway. And now we're going to take a break real quick. Really quick. We'll be right back, guys. We'll be right back. I also have to pee. Alright, we are back again in the prison. Bum, bum.
Back in. No, stop! No, he's casting his spells.
Alakazam! Alright.
The Slurpers.
Thirio and Reginald. Elijah was gone a lot longer than Thirio was. Now, halfway through, yes,
Real question, what was the name of the sheriff? Sheriff
Sheriff Crosh.
Crosh?
Yeah, Corsh. Oh wait, Crosh. Sorry.
Crosh.
So, Elijah was gone. Has been gone a lot longer than Thirio was. You start beginning to see the sun setting outside through the tiny, tiny window, the barred window at the top of your cell. And then you start hearing a little bit of ruckus as voices coming down the stairs. Not Elijah.
Mom?
Okay, I'm going. As getting pushed and pushed down the stairs, you see what appears to be 2 large guards and then a figure in the middle that you can't spot. Coming down the stairs, coming, and then they make it to the hallway, opening up the cell. The cell, you guys are in this middle cell. This hallway, look at me. This hallway, the middle hallway, and then on the top right by the staircase, is pushed in there what appears to be a teenager tabaxi girl.
Why do you give that glare?
A tabaxi girl. She has kind of a little colorful robe on, more colorful clothing, striking clothing. You see her fur is more yellow, kind of yellow, dark brown, golden almost, with what appears to be spots, brownish spots all around her fur. She's a teenager. As she's pushed in the cage, you hear one of the guards say, "Get in there, Whiskers," and then she goes, "Ha ha ha! Yeah, I've totally heard that one before." As they lock her feet and hands up in chains and locking her to the wall like they did Thirio. As she starts waving them off, they lock the door and she says, "Bye! Thank you so very much." As she kind of sits on the ground and starts just playing with stones on the ground.
Did you hear her?
Hmm?
Did you see that?
Hmm?
species. You think he's one of me? Like a
Roll a history for me. Roll a history.
No, roll stupid. That was a dumb question.
like I don't get high rolls.
No.
What do you know?
A 4.
So apparently Thirio's never seen a tabaxi before.
That's what.
Reginald, you would definitely have seen a tabaxi.
And she's got like
No.
she's got like whiskers.
No. No.
What do you mean? What do you mean no?
It's-
He's an animal. I mean, what? What?
She's a tabaxi.
Who?
Tabaxi?
Uh-huh. What does that mean?
She likes boys.
I'm an ASMR. You're half elf, aren't you?
Mhm.
You're a half elf.
Oh, it's like a oh.
It's a species.
I didn't know that there were people like that. Interesting. Okay.
Where is Elijah?
Hmm?
Where's Elijah?
I don't know. He's really chatting it up over there. Apparently,
That's frightening.
it is.
Hashtag Yapsville.
He's a yapper. Yapper's got a yap.
Big old yaps.
I did. I talked for like an hour straight, dude.
Yeah, I don't know where he is. He's probably trying to slither his way out of something.
At that moment, you see Elijah walking down the stairs.
Oh. That explains that.
Well, hey, boys.
As he's pushed into the cage.
Oh, thanks, pal. That was great. Yeah.
So what happened?
And the door locks behind him. Still the guard on the stairs and the guard at the wall.
What didn't happen, dude? Literally.
Think so?
Alright, let me just start from the beginning. Sheriff Crosh. He's the half-organ man. His name is Sheriff Crosh.
Yeah. Before you go any further, let's take it down a few notches.
No, everybody knows. I mean, what's the point? Sheriff Crosh walks in, asks me to tell him my story, and gives me my charges. Reginald, if you have a story that you want to prepare, you're probably going to get struck with counts of vandalism, conspiracy of a murderer,
Vandalism.
destruction of public property, and public nuisancy.
Vandalism and destruction. What did we do?
There's probably some things. We had the little fight, remember? That with all the shops and stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, there was also the.
Whatever you're gonna say, don't say it.
Yeah.
That's probably smart.
Yeah.
So I told them everything that I knew. I told them everything that I've been told. I told them about going to see my infatuated female friend. And I've had many confrontations with Alazar and stuff like that. And he says, well, I don't really believe that, but bye. And he leaves. And I was like, well, great.
Alazar?
We'll get to him in a sec. So, we were just kind of talking, and then he leaves, and about 20 minutes pass, and I'm just sitting up there by myself. By myself? No, by myself. And,
My name is Cool. I'm at a rock.
yeah, that's what I was. And Alazar walks in
Oh.
the cell.
Oh. What?
And he's like, you got 10 minutes. And we need to talk. And he's giving me another bargain. For you.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's what we need.
No, I told him no.
Why? That's what I.
Because it wasn't for... It's... No. Thirio, it's not my choice to make.
That would have. But that would have gotten us out.
It wouldn't have.
I would rather be.
Bound as a slave for the rest of your life? Stuck where that displacer beast was, getting whipped?
Yes.
Than
Than be
interesting.
inside a cage like this.
Another reason I said no is that Reginald wasn't a part of the deal.
Huh?
it was my freedom for your slavery. And then I said,
Huh?
yeah, you weren't a part of it. It was my freedom for Thirio slavery. And then I said, well, come on, you're a businessman, let's negotiate.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, all right, I'll negotiate. You give me Thirio and Reginald. And then you get to be free. That way we would, in theory, all be out of jail, but I would be the only free man.
Interesting.
So rightfully so, I turned him down. And rightfully so, I told him to come down here and give Thirio yourself a piece of your mind. Whether he does that or not, it's none of my concern.
I don't agree that, or I guess I do agree that slavery is just as bad as being in this place, but I'm gonna die if I don't get it. Whether that's being hanged or whether that's staying here for the rest of my life, I will still die here. And if it means getting out, then I have a better chance of being free outside than inside a cage.
Your contract binding, had I signed it, was permanent.
Paper means nothing.
It does, though. You know, we have the contracts for Lyra still.
Then do something with that.
But paper means nothing.
To you it does. To an animal it doesn't.
If I show that to Alazar, he's going to be like, wow, you stole from me, and then I'm back here in prison.
Or you give that to, what's his face? Show him the wrongs that Alazar has done. Or use that as blackmail for Alazar.
But if they've signed off on it, then it's...
Lyra did not sign off on hers.
I mean, right now, we don't even have them. They're locked away with everything else, except for some things.
But that could be a reason, maybe not for the murder, that was on me, but for everything else, for the vandalism of the carnival, for attacking the displacer beast and killing it. Her contract not being signed could be proof that he was in the wrong here, and that we were trying to help her. So if you showed that to the sheriff, or whatever the crap his name is, then I feel like he may have some leeway there. Even if Alazar is paying him off, which I feel like is very...
It is. No, it is. It's very likely.
Very likely.
The government's like a pawn in his hand. Well, that's a great plan once we get out. Which, if that's a great way to put it, if we get out. So be thinking of some things to say, Reggie boy. You're next.
Do you have an idea?
Nope. I'll tell them my side of the truth. That's all I can do. Be honest with them. I have a way with words.
I mean, I only see one option. And that's signing off with him.
At this point, it's not worth freedom anymore. You can sign off him all day long, and we'll still be locked up in here.
How I see it is that if I am caged up, going around the world, then I have more chance to free my own self than being in a cage, locked, not going anywhere.
How many How often do you think that displacer beast got out of his cage?
The displacer beast was corrupted with Draxium.
Still.
And he also, well, he wasn't me.
How often has Lyra seen the outside of her cage?
She does not have a choice. She is in that tank for a reason.
That is magically sealed
Yes.
for some reason.
And having two people instead of just Lyra, who is confined, having me in there, possibly even Reginald in there. I know that's not what you want, but we may have a chance of helping her in that still. And that's not what I'm looking for here.
In the nicest way possible. I don't have friends. I have been alone my entire life. I had one brother and a dad that abandoned me when I was barely even old enough to think. And a brother who I have no idea where he is, probably dead. Would not be surprised. You two are the first two people that I've connected with in over 28 years. I see you as close as brethren. And I don't even know the halves of you. I barely even know what the frick you are. I would not stop fighting for you. For Lyra. For anybody. But you've stopped fighting for yourself. So whether you like it or not, you're stuck with me, pal. You too.
Mm-hmm. You have the highest passive perception, right? You kind of look over. At this moment, you kind of notice as the tabaxi girl has been just leaning her head on the bars, just watching you all talk the entire time.
Having fun over there.
And as you say that, she kind of like
No,
widens her eyes and
it's-
like pushes away from the.
It's okay. You know, I don't mind. What's your name?
Why do you want to know?
Well, I mean, we're both stuck in here for probably ages. I mean, at least you're bound. That means you've at least done something pretty big. Either that or you just got potent hands and feet.
Make a persuasion check.
That's funny.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Snips.
Is that real? Snips?
What?
Like, is that for real your real name?
Yes, I just told you my real
Oh,
name.
It just didn't sound very convincing.
Yeah,
Snips?
because I don't really talk to murderers usually.
Well, I'm not the murderer, he is. Hi.
The guards.
Hey,
They're like looking your left and right. A little bit.
Hi, I'm Elijah. It's nice to meet you.
Uh-huh. As she like is like turning away from the wall. Like kind of away from you, kind of like just like trotting her feet and starts whistling.
So what are you in for? Pal? Snippy snip, snip, snip?
This is not really like the proper place to be talking.
What are you gonna do, pal? Like look at you. You're in the same situation we are. Would you rather keep throwing stones?
I take it you guys have well, I take it he's been in prison, but I take it like you two probably haven't been in prison before.
No, I think it's kind of fun.
What?
Okay. That's
So what?
cool.
What are you in for?
Stuff.
Mysterious. All right, bye. All right, so we need to get back to the crisis at hand.
She like sits back down on the ground and starts playing with stones. A little while passes, and the sun finally sets and it's nighttime. You see like a couple of guards yawning as two guards come back down once more. Open up your cage. They say, "You,
Am I done?
come on."
Okay.
Have fun, Reggie. It's kind of cold to wear a coat.
Alright, where's he gonna get a coat?
It was a joke. Imbecile.
Going at the same.
I got a
hallway they
jumpsuit.
did. Going at, did you put on the
No,
jumpsuit?
I put it on.
Still on the
again. So just laying on the floor.
He's got it open. He just like bundled up with it.
Ooh, nice and warm. As you make your way to the same position, you get to the room. And they push back the chair on you. Like they pull back the chair and like have you have a seat. But they don't change you up at all. As the same process, they close the door, they leave you in there for a while. And then that same half orc man comes through the door. He opens it. And closes it. But when it's closed, there's no lock or anything. There's no guards at the door. As he comes over, you see him pull out of his pocket. As he takes off his hat, lays it on the desk. You see kind of almost scraggly hair a little bit, kind of messy, kind of old and graying. Most of it's like pushed back, but a couple of strands are falling in his face. You see without his hat, he has a big scar on his right eye that goes down and that kind of bridges out over his cheek, and his eye is gray. His left eye is blue, his right eye is just gray. As he sits down, he lays his hat on the desk. Then he pulls out kind of a pouch. And pulling out of the pouch is a big cigar. So he puts it in his mouth. And he offers it to you.
No, thank you.
Puts it back in. He pulls out a match from his pocket. He strikes it against the steel table. As he lights it, and blowing the match out and throws it on the ground. What's your name, son?
Reginald?
You got a full name, or is it just Reginald?
Just Reginald.
No family?
Vesuvius.
I know you. I know you're kind. You're not like the other two.
This is true.
You're like me.
In what regard?
A soldier. I see how you hold yourself, the clothes you wear, the things you keep in your belongings. Tell me about yourself.
Well, I'm Caleb.
Where's that?
Country out. East, north, I don't really know. It was during the whole memory thing. I left there to come here for a fresh start, and that's when the memories went bye-bye. But I was a soldier there, a medic.
Fighting for their army, Caleb.
Yes.
What war?
Not a particular war, although there were some things. Not a particular war I fought in, though.
I was in an army too. The army of light. Until one day, I got resigned here. Now I'm a sheriff.
Nice
See-
gig.
Sir?
Nice gig.
It's a gig. See, us soldiers, we just get placed wherever anybody deems us necessary.
True. True.
Look, I don't need to hear a lot from you. Your story pretty tells itself. Last night, what I heard from most people is that you were helping them. Healing people, healing others. Person matching your description said that they were healing, being a medic. Just like you said you were. So there's not much evidence on you. Not much evidence of you being with the other two last night, like was stated. There was no mention of you at all by anybody. And whenever you were out there, you were the first to surrender. So there's not much to say about you. Or at least that's what I can say. We both know you had no help in killing those two men or with any problems that happened last night. At least that's what I can tell them. Your friend, the hairy one, he already admitted to the crime of the murder, but who knows if that statement will stand up in court. Who knows if he'll change his answer by then? And who knows what he'll do if he finds himself in prison or somewhere like that for the time being. What I need from you I need an eyewitness account of everything that happened.
In what regard?
You admit that Theus, what's his name? You admit that Theus killed those 2 guards and caused the chaos of last night with all the crimes, admitted vandalism, murder, destruction of private property, assaulting people. You admit all of that, and I will let you go without a harm to your name. Better yet, you admit that both of them had a play in what all happened last night. I'll get you out of town without them even knowing you were gone. Personal guard will escort you out of town, and all I need is a confession. Written. Unless you'd like to tell it in court, but...
I can't really speak on. You said Theus?
Yes.
Huh.
That's who you're traveling with, right? That's the name he gave me.
I guess so.
Look, buddy. You're nothing like them. I don't even know what you're doing traveling with them. And I say you take this offer and get the heck out of there. And I can give you some time to think about it if you need to.
I might need some time.
Now, I can't bring you back in the cell without a decision, so I'll have to leave you in here for the time being. Just knock on the doors whenever you come to a decision. Walks out. And as he walks out, then you see what appears to be 2 guards appear at the door. Door's still not locked.
Mm-hmm.
While that's happening, Thirio, Elijah, anything you'd like to do?
What do you think he's telling him up there? Or what Reginald's telling him? The truth. Or at least the truth he wants to tell. He's the best of us. Yes. He'll find a way. I've always seen it like... Maybe it's just because Lexi took a liking to him, or I don't know what, but I see Reginald as the light. And don't take this the hard way, but I see you as, or at least Crucio, who I personally have spent more time with. I see him as the opposite side. I've always seen y'all, both of you, as balancing each other out. And ever since we've been traveling together, I've tried to find my place
And I thought for a moment that I was the balance, the in-between. He was the heavens, and you were the hells, and I was just the middle. The grass, the trees. But I don't think that.
I guess you could say I saw it similarly. A little different, but
I just see myself as out of control.
been there, done that, pal.
Yeah.
Well, I see it. We're both pretty messed up. It's not the heavens or the hells, it's just hell.
I don't think we're the only ones, though.
I know that Reginald trusts Luxie. I know that he's done some amazing feats. I know we've done the opposite.
If all else fails, I know that Reginald will do what he has to and complete what we were told.
If all else fails, at least you won't be in here alone again.
We'll see.
It begins to get darker and darker outside as night has now come. You don't know how late it is. It's hard to tell time in here, besides the sunlight, or besides the window that tells, sunlight, night, whatever. But it's definitely night, and it's been night for a while. You two see the guards switch out. The dwarven man and the half-elven man are switched out with what appears to be some sort of earth genasi. You see him. You see him having like brownish, rocky skin, basically. And then you see a human male or no, human woman, kind of bigger set. And the human woman is
Hey, my stomach is dying right now.
oh, I thought it was a fart.
No, it's just my stomach gurgling.
I wonder if that picked up.
The human woman is at the stairs. The Urchinasi man is at the back. You begin noticing at this point these are the same people that brought down
The lady? For the
Snaps.
teenagers?
What's her name?
Yeah.
The teenager. Time passes in that cold, cold room.
I'll get up and I'll give the door a knock. Go sit back down in my seat.
A couple minutes go by. And then the sheriff walks back to the door. He sits back down. You come to decision.
What will become of Theus. If I confess.
I don't know for sure. Depending on your confession, if you confess that he committed all of the crimes we said he did, depending on how that goes, how you word it, how you make it out, and depending on if in court Theus still pleads guilty, the senator could find a lesser sentence for him, but he will be behind bars for a drastic amount of time. Murder is not a crime we take lightly here, especially murdering of the guard. The other friend, definitely nothing too drastic, but he will find himself behind bars for a couple of years.
They've hung their necks out for me. Many a times in our short little gathering. And I truly believe that some higher power has brought us together. For whatever reason. I can't turn my backs on them when they've done everything in their power to help save me.
Tell me, son. How much? Tell me, son. How much can you trust a killer?
I don't know.
That's your final offer?
Yes.
I can't promise you that it's going to go well in court now. It's probably going to go a lot worse. But I wish you the best, son. Take him out. That's 2 guards. Grab him. Start pushing you down the long hallway once again. Back into your room. It was about an hour somewhere. A lot longer than both of you. An hour and a half, somewhere like that. Until you finally see Reginald coming down the staircase and then push back and start with you.
And I thought I was a yapper.
What happened?
They wouldn't. wanted a deal.
Everybody in their deals is so exhausting.
They wanted me to witness against you.
What did you do?
Declined.
So what's to become of us now?
Only time will tell.
Only fate will decide.
The courts are going to decide for the fates do.
I'll...
Do I pray that Alizar is in court?
I don't believe I can do anything, but I could bail you out. I don't know if I can do the same for you.
I guess we'll just have to find a way to talk our way out of it this time. That's been going so great.
Snips, you still liking the peanut gallery?
Huh? Oh, yeah, it's, sorry, I got distracted for a little while, and you see on the wall, she's been drawing a picture with a stone, of, her. It's a pretty well drawn picture, actually, like super well done, of her and basically kind of a Robin Hood-esque hat and suit with a bow and arrow shooting an apple over what appears to be a rich person's head.
What did you steal?
Steal? I didn't. Who told you?
Well, you don't like the rich.
She starts cramming in the drawing completely, like taking off. I don't steal nothing. I don't steal.
Okay.
She can't whistle. Cameron can't whistle.
What is... Do you need your staff or cantrips?
What do you want me to do?
Message. You can't? What is that, not a cantrip?
I can cast it as a cantrip, but I don't have my staff.
Oh, you can't. Oh, dang. That's unfortunate.
Does message require parts?
Yep.
Yeah, right.
If you have a piece of copper wire laying around.
Actually, no. I'm just kidding.
Whoa!
I actually have a whole spool over here.
Nah, Snips does.
Hey, Snips.
Dun-dun, dun, dun-dun.
She's the one who got sarungs. That's wild. Oh, okay. It might not help us in this situation, but they didn't take my sword.
Like, really, they
Do
really
not.
can't.
I know. And I have some. Did they take my ring?
They took everything off of your body.
I can still cast spells.
How?
I can use the sword.
Well, yeah, but
But I don't have. I can.
it's
Don't.
not really useful in this
That's
to bust through.
I can hold a person and a cast darkness and we can escape.
Don't.
Yeah, not useful in my butt.
I will say though, before we make any hasty attempts at escape, we will not do such things. I have.
You talking to me?
That was the best way to draw attention to us.
I have 1 hit point left.
Yeah, I am.
As you see, his face is still
if I get-
if
If I get blown on too hard, if a gust of wind hits me the wrong way, I will die.
No!
So I'd like to use this moment while we can, though it's dire situation,
Okay.
to just
Okay.
hang out
Do
for a
not.
few.
Okay. Okay.
We are not doing a single thing.
Hold on. We're not.
He's implying he wants a short rest.
Hold on. We're not. But hear me out.
Y'all enjoy us all.
Let's just think this through real quick, okay?
Okay.
So we can get out through darkness, at least through this area.
How thick are the walls behind this?
You can't pass
Lit.
through them anyway. Well, maybe you can pass through the window,
Oh, I could just leave at any point.
Misty.
Yeah.
If you went through the window,
I mean, I could just leave. And go
but
where
we're
stuff will come
probably down. No, there's windows. So are there windows?
There's a window high up.
in. Can I teleport to the sky?
That's not. Uh-oh.
It's an unoccupied space.
How many times have you used?
Once.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
No, I think you used it.
What, the
last
Raven
session.
thing?
Yeah.
No, you've used it multiple times.
Well,
Today.
Today.
Oh, I got you.
Didn't you use it to catch up with the cart? Right.
Oh, you did use something right at the beginning of this session.
Yeah, I
You
used it at the
something-
beginning of this session.
He used it
yeah.
at the beginning of this session, but this is all the same day you fought the stone golem.
So how many times can you do it? 2?
2 per
Okay.
day.
Yeah, never mind.
So, we'll just say
That's
I don't
Well,
know if you did.
can't do anything.
That's besides the point. If we were, there's no way to get out of the cage. We can hit it as much as we want. That's gonna be a little more complicated.
That's wild.
Trenton
Did you just get the
Yeah,
notification?
we all
Trent's on Twitch playing Helldivers with Blake.
With Blake?
Yeah.
No!
Come join the fight for Super Earth. I will be killing Blake. But I'm just saying, if we can just find a way to open these doors. Now, they do it. They have a shift change at a certain point. That would be the easiest way to get out of here.
We're not MacGyver, dog.
Who's MacGyver?
Yeah.
We're not a pro prison escape team.
I mean, I'm not saying that I did anything to get out of it the first time, but I did get out. Anyways.
And if you get out, what does that make us look like?
Fugitives of law.
What are we doing here? I already am a fugitive.
You are.
Welcome to the club.
They couldn't get me on anything. As far as I'm concerned, I'm free.
But dude, you're not gonna be able to bail us out.
I can bail them out. And then come and get you to
What
someone
am I
like
supposed to do? At least if you can. Okay. Hold on. That what he says changes things. If you can get out through, what is his name? Crosh. If you can get out through Crosh, then he can sell me to Alazar.
Alazar's not taking any more deals.
I know. We'll just go back on your first deal.
He won't do that.
Not if or only if I'm willing. If we can tell
I
them,
guarantee you, if I walk up to Alazar and I say, "Hey, let me just give you this guy
I'll
for
walk
free,"
up to him and tell him to take me with him. I'll do it willingly.
stupid idea.
But that gets both of you out.
That would leave me here, actually.
I forgot about that part.
Okay. Pause.
Yeah. Let's think this through.
there's a very real possibility that if we go to the court system, like we've been told,
To the house.
to the court,
Yes,
right,
house of the courts.
he's a free man.
Yes, Freeman.
Forget you.
You can get out. You're fine.
I have substantial evidence of conspiracy against guarding.
And that's where we can lead.
Correct. Now that probably is not going to hold up against anything because they're going to say, "How did you get these documents?" I'm going to be like, "I stole them," and then we're back at nothing. I could say that I found them randomly on the ground. How does that sound? Or they'll say I'm trespassing, which is again not okay.
So, this is what happens when you commit crimes, guys. This is what happens.
I didn't think we would be going to the freaking U.S. judicial system in D&D. I think that's
What do you think you do? They just shoot you in the head?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Shoot him in the head.
What? Yeah.
Okay, so here's my thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna sound terrible.
Okay.
If we kill more guards, okay, just hear me.
We intensify the problem.
But we'd be out.
We would.
If we kill the sheriff and we wear his clothes, when we're the sheriff.
We can't just like stand on top of each other and act like we're the sheriff.
We wouldn't. He's pretty big.
I'm 5'11".
I'm pretty big. How tall is Orc Man?
Taller than you.
I'll get on my tippy toes.
What's my problem? None of us are half orc.
We can make a mask. We have the art lady.
No. She's gonna draw on our face?
I do it.
Shut!
See, when y'all are trying to, like, break out of prison, y'all talk very loud.
You're on the other side of the prison.
Yeah, and I can hear you.
Then why are you talking?
Yeah, we can hear you too, guys.
We're not breaking out.
We're
We're
never
just
mind.
You literally said you wanted to kill them.
I wish no harm against you or your families. I'm a
That
schoolboy.
sounds so sad.
That sounds like a threat.
I don't want to
The
No.
big buff.
Sorry.
Human woman.
Where's he?
I think you're cute though. Anyways, so if you, I'll
He's
never mind.
derailing. He's
Yeah,
derailing.
yeah. Sorry.
Okay. So
Just
We're not doing anything.
we have to do something. Not break out, but we have to do something. We have small things. We just don't have many people
okay.
that trust us right now.
New question. What would you need to cast spell in theory?
I just need my staff.
What do you need anything at all?
I have my hand.
Do we have the ability to hide certain things like a staff? Do we have mattresses in our?
No, this is just empty.
So it's just
You
it's
literally-
it's floor and toilet.
Yeah, you piss in the corner. There's not even a toilet.
There's a couple, like, hay a little bit.
Okay.
Like, to lay on.
So we can hide the staff in hay. I can go get it. That won't be hard.
Oh God.
The sirens call.
The rapture's upon us.
How many sirens have happened?
A lot.
Oh, between the ambiance of the music and the sirens,
know.
it was like.
So that's my thoughts on the issue.
Bear with. Time out.
Yeah, pause.
Who's dying?
Welcome to Columbus.
They're not supposed to know where we live.
Oh no! Our one viewer. He's gonna find us.
Ow!
Who also lives in Columbus?
All right.
Anyways.
Well, okay. This is gonna sound terrible. Let's give it a rest. Us talking right now is not really doing us any good.
That doesn't sound terrible. That sounds fantastic.
I think.
Why am I the only sane one here?
I would say,
I'm being sane. Tell me something that you want to do, sane boy.
I know
outside of this freaking cell. Give me an idea.
Oh, I know. Wait. This is what they're called.
Well, then let's go to freaking sleep. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna meditate for 4 hours.
Okay. So y'all are going to sleep.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Careful.
A little while passes by. Then you so you roll to see if you gained a short rest or a long rest. You two just wait a minute. You have the highest perception, right? You have 13. And you two have 11.
I rolled 12.
Okay. You gain a short rest. As you regain hit points. So you might want to
Good. That's fine. I get a D8. Do I get 3D8 or 1D8? If my hit die is 3D8.
3D8.
You're
You can do as many as
well,
you
you're
want.
fourth level,
Mm-hmm.
so you have
Oh,
a total
48.
of 48. But you can use as many.
Great.
So, all of a sudden, in the middle of the night, Elijah,
Mm.
you hear a boom, boom. Roll for me real quick after you do your hit points.
7. 8. Oh, because I have 4, but I only have the 2.
I thought you rolled 4 twice. I was like, what is he doing?
I'm co-
You can do your hit points real quick.
Okay.
Roll for Crucio or Elijah.
It's Elijah.
As you wake up, still very groggy and hurt after everything. You still have your singe burns. They're still there. Those won't go away unless magically, Did you ever put your clothes on? No, you still have your torn up clothes all over the place.
I'll wake up and put them on.
Well,
Oh, well, unless
Well-
something happens that I won't.
as you wake up, your eyes wake up as you see the 2 guards that were guarding the cells have fallen unconscious. You see one of them is propped up against the wall, and then the other one, that buff human woman, has fallen to her face, just completely down with her helmet scattered. As you see the cell door to Snip's cell open wide up as she starts whistling, starts walking. What? What? Sorry, at least the 2 of us forget. Just get the 2 of us. We're not murderers here. I don't really help. At this time, you can hear him whispering.
We're not murderers.
You gain a short rest waking up. As you now see the 2 guards passed out. Snaps. We're not murderers. Look, I don't really help murderers.
But we're not murderers.
I can't trust you.
And we can trust you. For what reason? You've got freaking chained up to the wall.
What is happening? You're not really making any sense. So I think I'm just gonna...
Just stop. Give me 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Just
Oh
shh,
my
shh, shh, shh. Hey, look at me. Listen to me. It would be really, really dope if you would just unlock the door for us. Because what reason do we have to come out here and murder you? What reason did the two of us have? I was making conversation with you because you were bored as bricks in the freaking cell wall.
Persuasion.
And look. And I promise you, if I need to do some more persuading, little thief, I will.
Okay, well, if I get you out of here, and you say you are not murderers...
Correct.
What can you do for me? What can you give me?
20 gold.
Okay, that's nothing.
What do you mean that's nothing?
That's nothing.
You're a thief. That should be everything to you.
20 gold?
What's your price?
More than that.
25.
No.
22.
That's not what I... Look. Here. I'll get you out of this cell. Okay. But so help me. If you cause any problems for me, either one of you two, I promise you I will slit your throat.
Looky here, pal. You're gonna cause problems for yourself.
I could leave you in this cell.
Please open the door.
She starts, you see her pull out her claws.
What is it?
You see her pull out her claws. I'm not supposed to be helping murderers. What am I doing?
Murderers, but thank you.
And she picks it, swings it open. All right, there. I'll unlock your cage.
Thank you so much.
And she starts walking over
Bye-bye.
to the other cell, not yours. She starts walking over to
Okay. Look at me.
the cell on
Listen
the
to your
far.
description.
She starts walking over to the cell on the far left by the Earth Genasi, who's unconscious right now, across from yours.
Uh-huh.
What were you gonna say?
Okay, look at me. We have an option here. I know. It's crazy.
Wait, I'm
it's
supposed to
crazy.
sleep, right?
It's really wild. Okay.
Roll perception,
Our
because you're a little farther away from
Our
her.
gate is unlocked. Our door's unlocked. We can leave. We can unlock his door and we can leave.
10.
But
You-
think.
you-
Think.
You can.
That would get us out. Short term. Problems gone. Dunzo.
As she opens the gate, you start seeing this from across from you. Not yours. She's not opening yours, but the cell across from you. You see her open it up. As she whistles.
Or fantastic idea. You ready for this? We shut the cage back. They don't know that the door's not locked. The guards don't. We shut the door back. And we scream and say, hey, there's a freaking break.
You know, I can still hear you. It's not like we're that far away.
No, you can't.
As she turns around.
I promise.
This is a very quiet cell. Like,
Okay, well, you're the loudest person in here, so shut up.
she starts pressing on the wall, pressing in. The brick goes in the wall.
Oh.
Pressing in.
So you've done this a lot.
Yeah. Pressing in.
Okay, look. Thirio, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay. Do we stay and be law-abiding citizens who committed some crimes, or do we commit another crime but we're out?
As you start seeing at this cell, a wall completely open up.
How are they not waking up to this? What is happening?
Hey.
Oh my gosh. What? I only got like 5 more minutes until they wake up.
Well, if you get me out, then you won't get back in here. And I'll make sure.
Make an intimidation, I guess.
No, oh, I'm not making an intimidation. I'll protect you.
Oh, that was very intimidating.
Oh, was it? Sorry.
So make a persuasion.
If you get me out of here, I will protect you.
You get me out of here.
Get
I'll
me
kill
out of
you
here
dead.
right now.
You don't get me out of here, I'll kill you dead.
18.
High roll. Look at you.
I know. That's when it matters.
I don't need your protection.
Yeah, you obviously do because you were just in here.
But you were wanted for murder.
And you're wanted for thievery.
I don't help murderers.
And I don't help thieves. We're helping each other right now because we're both in here. And we're both getting it.
What's it? Fine. I'll get you out of your cage. I'll get you out of your cage. She opens the cage door.
Thank you.
You're still chained up.
Oh, shit.
Now, you guys have,
Are you gonna close that opening?
let's see, about 3 minutes until
very cool.
them 2 wake up. So,
How loud do you think this is going to be?
No.
Smacking metal into metal.
they may not wake up, but like, the guys upstairs, they may wake up. See you later. She starts walking.
Just do it.
So
We'll
this
be out
opening, was it like a portal or was it just like open?
It was,
What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do once we leave? Run.
so the
out
brick,
door.
the brick in the wall, she pressed certain bricks,
Because they're
and then
help
the
us that
bricks opened up,
way. We only have one
and
option.
you can see basically some staircase leading.
Reginald, I need your input here, cuz.
Why'd you call me a cut? What is a
Sorry.
cut?
Just listen.
Okay, hold on. Sorry. You keep on talking. I have to let her go.
Wait, what?
I have to let Megan go. I can just break me out.
What do you mean let her go? Who's she letting? Who's he letting go?
Reginald. I need for you to be the voice of reason here, man. Because I'm really
This is
freaking
stupid.
out.
That's the voice of reason.
Okay, listen to me. Our cage. Here's option 1. We're free men. We are free men. We get up and we go.
Oh.
But by,
She's going through the hay bale. You see her pull out a little knife.
but by the time that we get out into the world, they're gonna come looking for us. And we're gonna be locked up again with worse charges. Or we stay. We say, hey, oh my God, there's a jailbreak happening. We keep our doors unlocked because they don't know that ours aren't locked right now.
Look, guys, you can tell them the jailbreak happened. I've done this before, so it's not really
Just you got. I need a voice of reason here, because I can break him out of his chains, but it's gonna be loud and we gotta book it.
And let's chuck on another crime while we're at it. I'm fine. I'm going back to bed. Reginald rolls over.
You're telling me right now, if I busted Thirio out of these chains and we left, you wouldn't go with us.
No, I am a free man. And they'll wake up any second now, so you better make your decision.
Yeah, you got about like a minute.
Can we take a timeout so we can have the other abiding deciding factor?
Yes, you can. Since
I need a minute
he's
to
not
stop.
here, since he's not here, just take a moment.
That's wild.
So you guys got like 1 minute. As she's
Okay.
as Snips is kind of just like propped up against the door, kind of entertained by the conversation.
Okay, ready? Thirio, listen to me. Listen. Shh. He's not coming.
I'm
You're staying here?
I'm a free man. If I'm asleep, I didn't know y'all escaped. And then I don't have any charges brought against me, but y'all already have charges brought against you, so it makes, y'all can go. I don't care. Y'all go, and then we can meet back up at Shakwardai. Okay? We'll have to walk there anyway, because the wagon was destroyed.
He's not gonna trust us or trust you. He's not gonna trust you.
I'm gonna walk over to Thirio's cage and I'm gonna shut the door without it being locked.
Without it being on?
It's not locked. I'm just gonna close it shut.
No.
And walk over to ours as well.
Shut the door. The guards begin waking up. Oh.
Just gonna roll over and just try and go back to sleep.
So I just unlocked your cages for nothing.
They're waking up.
Thank you very much. As she starts walking down the stairs,
You loser.
you see the door begin to close.
Can I remember that? Like what she did? Because I saw her do it. There's like memory bank.
What the crap was that?
Roll a history check. Roll a, it's not going to be easy. No.
I got a 2 minus 2.
Oh, that's enough. You got that. Easy.
I rolled a 0.
You actually remember she did press on the wall.
Me trying to do it later.
As it closes back, the guards wake up. Oh, what? Oh crap! Not again! As they start
Hey,
going through the cages. Wake up! Wake up! As the buff lady starts shaking. What? That tabaxi girl escaped again. Go! Look for her! Get up there!
she only just left.
Oh, shut up! As they both run upstairs away from you guys.
The guards are once again not with us.
The guards aren't here.
And I don't remember how she got out of the wall.
I don't know. Do I remember?
History.
Because how crazy would it be if they saw us, left, and then we were gone?
Is it? Oh, what?
That's bold right there.
Guidance.
Okay, that's fine.
History.
Yes.
Dirty 20.
You remember she pressed 4 squares, 4 bricks,
I don't know which 4.
in a certain order in the middle of the place. Very close. You remember the area where she pressed it. You can guess. You know where she pressed the first and the second one, but the other 2, you don't really know. But you know the area where she pressed it. Like the box where she pressed them all.
Look at the middle box of the wall. Point. That one for the first 2. And the other 2 up to you. If you want to escape.
It's not worth the risk. I'm not leaving you behind, Reginald. Because then if we do escape, you will be conspiree of escapee.
You wouldn't get out
You wouldn't get out.
if we left. We're going down together.
Some of us sooner than others.
I'm just gonna go back to bed. I'm gonna wake up in the morning.
It is the
It's not more.
When I wake
Oh,
up later, I don't know. But quite frankly, I'm done. I'm done. And rolls over and goes to bed.
hate to be that guy, but it's probably best we do the same.
As you all start to lay down and start to fall asleep, once again, still in the rusty, cold, wet, dark prison. That's where we're going to end tonight's session. Stuck in prison. Stuck in prison.
Break the police.
guys, we'd like to thank you for joining us tonight. If you want more news on TPK, please go follow. What the crud? Please go follow us on Instagram at tpk.dnd and X at tpk.dnd podcast, but I rarely post on X, so you probably should just follow on Instagram or YouTube and Spotify, which you should be listening on right now. Check us out every Sunday. We should be coming out. If we don't come out on Sundays, I'm sorry. But yeah, make sure to check us next week. Thank you for joining us. Woo-hoo. Bye.